Good evening. A video just exploded across the internet. It claims that a Russian Su-57 stealth fighter destroyed a US aircraft carrier in the Black Sea. People shared it fast. Images, explosions, dramatic calls. Many were shocked. But here's the truth. That video isn't real. It stems from a video game simulation. There is no verified proof that any US carrier was hit. No Navy statement. No satellite photos. No wreckage. Nothing. So that headline, right now, is fiction, a stunt, not reality. Still, the noise around that claim helps us see something more important. Because in the same region, real events have unfolded. Recently, Ukrainian forces working with maritime drones reportedly shot down a Russian Su-30 combat jet over the Black Sea. Ukrainian sources say the jet fell after a naval drone armed with a missile struck it. If true, this could mark a turning point. A small, remote-operated drone taking down a modern warplane. Technology and ingenuity challenging traditional military strength. Think about that. A drone from the sea, cheap, unmanned, low profile, managing to shoot a jet from the air. For decades, aircraft carriers, powerful warplanes, advanced defenses, these created what many believed was unassailable dominance in sea and air. But now, the rules are changing. For any powerful state operating in contested waters, danger no longer only comes from bombers or missiles. It may come from quiet drones gliding just above the waves. What that shows is how asymmetric warfare is evolving. Big warships are no longer unchallenged. Small, hard-to-detect devices can alter the balance. Naval mines, drones, missiles, all of them raise risk. For seafaring powers, especially those that count on carriers or surface fleets, this is a warning to rethink defense posture. For conflict watchers, it's a sign we live in a world where technology levels the playing field. Meanwhile, back to that viral video. Why did it spread so fast? Because it tapped deep fears and hopes. People want to believe a single strike could shake global order. They want drama. They want proof that underdogs can fight back. And video game graphics are realistic enough to trigger emotions. But if we spread them as real news without verifying, we risk fueling misinformation, panic, confusion. As a presenter, as a citizen, we have a duty to check before we share. If you watch a video that feels real or a headline that sounds shocking, pause. Ask, who is reporting it? Are there independent confirmations? Any proof? Is there a credible source? Because once you hit share, you may be spreading fiction. So here's what matters right now. Keep watching credible sources. Satellites, defense experts, open source intelligence groups. Look for confirmations, photos, radar logs, testimony. Because in the fog of war, truth is rare. But those kinds of signals, they matter. If you like content like this, breaking down viral claims, separating facts from fiction, tracking real developments at sea, in air, or online, smash that like button. Subscribe for more. I promise to keep digging. Now, let's go deeper. The Black Sea has become one of the most dangerous and tense regions in the world. Russia has stationed a significant fleet there, including warships, submarines, and air defense systems. They rely on the presence of aircraft carriers and fighter jets like the Su-57 for control. The Su-57 itself is a fifth-generation stealth fighter. It is designed to evade radar, strike from long distances, and dominate in air-to-air combat. But as we just saw with drone attacks, even the most advanced jets aren't untouchable. Meanwhile, Ukraine has been innovating. From drones that carry explosives to small, fast boats, they are using unconventional tools to challenge a much stronger opponent. These strikes, even if limited in scale, send a message. Traditional power doesn't guarantee safety anymore. Every deployment in the Black Sea is now riskier. Every flight, every ship movement is under threat. Now, think about the implications for the United States and NATO. The U.S. Navy maintains a presence in the region to protect allies and keep international shipping lanes open. If misinformation spreads about attacks on carriers, it could cause unnecessary alarm. But the underlying reality, the rise of drone and unmanned threats, is genuine and requires attention. Military planners are watching these developments closely because lessons from one conflict can change global naval strategies. Let's also talk about public reaction. When people see viral videos, especially showing explosions or attacks, emotions run high. Some cheer, some panic, some share immediately without checking. That's human nature. But part of staying informed is questioning the source. Remember, viral content often mixes truth and fiction. For example, a drone attack actually happened, real news, but the Su-57 destroying a US carrier, fiction. This mix creates confusion, and it's our job as viewers and creators to separate the two. While we watch these developments, it's also crucial to consider the bigger picture. Conflicts aren't just battles in the sky or at sea. They're battles of information. Social media amplifies stories, true or false, sometimes faster than governments can respond. People share sensational headlines because they feel urgent, but that urgency can be manipulated. Understanding the difference between verified news and viral fiction is critical. For anyone following military technology, these events are fascinating. We see how drones are changing warfare, how low-cost tools can threaten expensive systems, how asymmetric tactics can disrupt heavily armed forces. And it's not just the Black Sea. Similar innovations are being observed worldwide. Armed drones, remote-controlled missiles, cyber attacks, electronic warfare, all of these are reshaping how wars are fought. As we continue to follow the story, always remember to engage critically. Ask questions. Look for credible reporting. Don't just rely on one video or one social media post. Verify. Share responsibly. And yes, while you're learning, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for updates. You'll get real-time news, analysis, and breakdowns without the sensationalism. Now, when we step back and look at the viral Su-57 claim, it's actually a perfect teaching moment. It reminds us that in today's world, the line between reality and fiction is very thin. Video games can be photorealistic. CGI can mimic real explosions. Social media can make it go viral in minutes. The lesson: always question what you see. Always check sources. And always understand the difference between a simulation and a verified event. And while we're at it, let's not ignore why real developments in the Black Sea matter. The region is strategically vital. It connects Europe to Asia. Key shipping lanes pass through. Control over this area affects trade, energy supplies, and military balance. That's why even small attacks like a drone hitting a jet grab attention. The ripple effect is huge. Every strike, every patrol, every maneuver is being watched by governments worldwide. So for viewers, here's a simple takeaway. The headline about the Su-57 destroying a US carrier is false. The real story: drones challenging traditional air and sea power is happening. And it's changing military strategy. Keep informed. Question everything. And remember to hit like and subscribe for updates. You'll want to follow this story because the Black Sea isn't quiet, and the stakes are incredibly high.